The following is a live presentation of Retro. That's the name of the channel. Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 18th day of May 2023, and a later start than usual. You'll be happy to know the cat is doing just fine. Some routine stuff, working on some issues, and so it was just a normal checkup, nothing else besides that. Anyway, so we pretty much the two closest races as we head into August is, by the way, the games of Wednesday, July 25th, 2001, are the National League East and the National League West out of the six. And so this week we kind of focus on the National League West. They get the San Francisco Giants a couple times. First against the Colorado Rockies in Denver, which you'll see in a moment. And then tomorrow, I believe, they are in Arizona to play the Diamondbacks. So it's NL West Palooza time. Brian Bohannon gets the call for the Rockies. Jensen gets the call for San Francisco. No Barry Bonds. But you'll still watch anyway, won't you? I think so. As Retro Sports Network presents 2001, an Action PC Season Odyssey. Tonight, from Coors Field in Denver, Colorado, it will be the San Francisco Giants and the Colorado Rockies. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so it will be on a warm, wet, rainy night, and we're not in Georgia. We're in Denver. It'll be Brian Bohannon getting the call for the Rockies. The lefty is 32 years old, making his 15th start of the year. That's the button I want. He is 5-4, a 4.31 ERA. He is a fastball pitcher and a flyball pitcher at 87. Bohannon pitching above his weight right now. Last went against the Dodgers on July 20th. 6 innings and a 3-2 win, although he did not pick up a decision. 91 pitches, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He gave up 2 home runs. He walked 1 and struck out 3. Overall for Brian, 71 innings. How you doing? Nice to have you along, Steeler fan. 72 hits, 39 runs, 34 earned, 11 home runs, 30 walks, and 42 strikeouts for Brian. And with him being a lefty on the hill, only one lefty in the lineup for San Francisco, and that's Marvin Bernard, and he'll lead off for the Giants in right field. Murray in center will bat second. Rich Aurelia at short goes third. Jeff Kent in his normal second base position cleans up. Andres Galarraga, the big cat at first, will bat fifth. He should know this park well. He played for the Rockies a long time. Sean Dunston in left will bat sixth. Benito Santiago behind the plate goes seventh. And the more I look at this lineup, it kind of reminds me of a baseball version of Ringo Starr's All-Star Band, don't you think? All these players from the 80s and 90s together to make a super team, and right now they're 57 and 44. Feliz, by the way, at third will bat eighth, and Jensen, whoever he is, will throw about 100 pitches and bat ninth. For the Rockies, Zelderon, how are you? 7 months in a row, and you've subscribed with a Prime. It doesn't cost you a dime. Mr. Bezos has to pay me $2.50. Ochoa is a 6 and a 7 in left as we set the defense for you for the Rockies. Juan Pierre, a 5 and a 3 in center. Larry Walker, a 10 and an 8 in right. Jeff Cirillo, a 7 at third. Jose Uribe, or maybe it's Juan. It's a Uribe nonetheless. He's a 4 at short. Butler, I don't think it's Brent, is a 7 at second. Todd Helton, a 10 at first. Milhughes behind the plate. Defensively, not all that great, a 2 and a 1. And Bohannon is a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Marvin Bernard stepping in at 237, 6 homers, and 22 RBI. And Barry Bonds to pinch hit immediately? No. Sorry. Put him in the lineup. Strike 3! Got him on a change. It is warm. It is 80 degrees in Denver. There is a light rain falling, so that picture kind of looks appropriate. And the wind is howling in from left field at 20 miles an hour. Here's Calvin Murphy. Calvin at 209, 4 homers, and 13 RBI. See if they put Bonds in the bottom of the first. Pitch to Murray. Ground ball to Uribe. Throws over to first. For the out, 2 away. Bernie, how are you? Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Rich Aurelia now at 291, 12 homers and 51 RBI. Well, I've had 3 people talk to me and only says 1 person's watching. Bohannon deals. Pop up left side. Cirillo reaches into the seats and isn't going to get there. Someone with some purple haze around them from Boulder will make the play. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Aurelia. And Aurelia draws the 2-out walk. And as soon as I say that, my viewer count changes to 4. Jeff Kent at 270, 7 homers and 53 RBI. So a 2-out walk. The Giants have played well. I believe they've taken the first 2 in this series and have put a little bit of room between themselves and the Rockies and the Diamondbacks. It really is a 3-team race here in the NL West. Pitch to Kent. Jeff draws the walk, and so 2 walks with 2 outs brings up Andres Galarraga, who is just over from the Texas Rangers. How about that? Galarraga at 288, 7 homers and 35 RBI. Those are the real-life numbers with San Francisco. Bohannon, as we said in the open, pitching well above his weight. A real-life ERA of 7.14. And in the replay, it's now at 4.27. Galarraga draws the walk, and Bohannon has walked them loaded. We're in a time warp back to 1949 here. Here's Sean Dunston. Sean at 323, 8 homers, and 27 RBI. Giants have them loaded here with 2 out. Bohannon dodging the raindrops, kicks and fires. Ground ball to Helton. That's pretty much a done deal. Todd steps on the bag, and the Giants are going to leave everybody on. How about that? No runs, no hits. They leave on 3. And after half an inning, Giants nothing. Here come the Rockies. And if you had said to me, Ron, it's Ryan Jensen, how could you not know that? Then you would be forgiven, as Ryan makes his 4th start of the year. He is 1-2 with an earned run average of .689. Ryan is 25 years old. He's a fastball pitcher, and that tops out at 92, and a ground ball plus pitcher. Come on, you knew who he was. He hasn't, well, he pitched 4 days ago against Arizona, and threw 6 innings of shutout ball and an 8-0 win. He went 96 pitches, allowed just 1 hit, walked 3, struck out 5, and caused a bunch of people to type angry comments in on the internet that you'd throw a pitcher throwing a 1-hitter after 6 innings. Overall for Ryan, 15 2/3 innings, 19 hits, 12 runs all earned. He's given up 5 home runs. The Rangers on the 16th uncorked 4 on him, which caused a bunch of people on the internet to wonder why that bum wasn't sent back down to AAA. He has walked 3 and struck out 14. The lineup he'll face: Juan Pierre leads off in center. Jeff Cirillo will bat second and play third. Larry Walker in right will bat third. Todd Helton cleans up at first base. Ochoa in left will bat fifth. Mel Hughes behind the plate will go sixth. Uribe at short batting 7th. The Butler plays 2nd. He'll bat 8th. And Bohannon threw 32 pitches in his half of the 1st inning. He'll bat 9th. Sean Dunston stays in the game. He's a 2 and a 7 and left. Barry Bonds must have got to the park late. He's itching to play. I'm sure he'll get in. Murray is a 7 and a 4 in center. Bernard a 3 and a 4 in right. Feliz a 3 at 3rd. Aurelia a 6 at short. Kent a 7 at 2nd. And Galarraga, who must be a godsend for Kent, who can go back to his natural position, is a 3 at 1st with a 984 ERA, fielding percentage. If his ERA is 984, we're all in trouble. Santiago a 5 and a 5 behind the plate, and Jensen is a 7 on the mound with a 900 fielding percentage. Juan Pierre steps in at 318, a home run, 4 triples, and 32 RBI. Jensen starts his night with an extra base hit down the line and left. Dunston has to go fish it around the corner. Pierre has speed to burn, but he will hold at second with a double. Wow, that was a mouthful and a half, Ron. Here's Cirillo at 317, 9 homers, and 46 RBI. Base hit up the middle. Murray will field it. Pierre will round 3rd. But Buddy Bell will hold him right there with nobody out. And why wouldn't you with Larry Walker at the plate? Larry hitting 357, 24 home runs. Look at that outcome box, 464. Wow. And he's driven in 75. So Jensen getting soaked in this light rain. Pitch to Walker. Ball 4, and they're loaded. So that'll bring up Todd Helton, 343, 31 homers, and 89 RBI. And the bases are full of Rockies as they try to slam the door open here in the bottom of the 1st. Jensen deals, and Helton draws the bases loaded walk. Pierre will score, and it's 1-0 Colorado, and there's still nobody out. So it's Alex Ochoa over from the Reds. Alex at 286, no home runs and 4 RBIs, is coming over. And he can ingratiate himself quite well if he can do something here. Cirillo on 3rd, Larry Walker on 2nd, and Todd Helton on 1st. Jensen deals. Ochoa slaps this one to 1st. Galarraga goes to 2nd. Aurelia is there. Ochoa beats out the throw. Cirillo will score on the 3-6 fielder's choice. And with a 2-0 score, there's finally one out. It's Adam Melhuse, and Adam is hitting 240, a home run, and 3 RBI. Runners on the corners. Base hit up the middle. Walker will score. Murray picks it up, and Ochoa's going to hold. So what the Giants couldn't do in the 1st, the Rockies have. That's 3, and it's Juan Uribe. Juan at 211. A home run and 6 RBI. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Uribe into shallow left center. Murray coming in. Makes the catch. No, he doesn't. Drops in front of him. He trapped it. Tried to sell it as a catch, and no one was buying that. And Ochoa got a bad jump and really just couldn't go around 3rd. So the bases are loaded for Brent Butler. Any relation to Brent? Brent at 268, a home run and 5 RBI. Where's Russian Reb when you need him? This one does not appear like we're going to have a pitcher's duel. Pitch to Butler. Ground ball to Aurelia. They might get 2 out of this if they hurry. Kent for 1. Over to Galarraga, and they do. So Ochoa will not score. The Rockies, however, get 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. And after one, goodness, it took 15 minutes to play that inning. It's 3-0 Colorado. So both teams have combined to strand 5 runners. And Jensen threw 33 pitches in his half of the first. Santiago at 267, no homers and 25 RBI. Brian Bohannon went back to the bench after his half of the first, thinking that he was in for a long night. Well, he comes out for the second with a 3-run lead. Base hit up the middle. Pierre picks it up. Santiago is in the second with a good slide on the wet slop for his 14th double of the year. So here's Pedro Feliz. Pedro at 233, 3 homers and 12 RBI. Fly ball left field. Ochoa will make the catch. Santiago goes back and will hold. So here's Ryan Jensen. Ryan on this replay is 0 for 2. A walk and a strikeout as Cirillo and Helton come in. Jensen strikes out. A full count pitch. He looked at it for strike 3. Wow. Okay. Opening 9 for Bohannon. 44 pitches, an inning and 2/3. A hit. He hasn't allowed a run. That's living the life of Riley right there. He's walked 3 while striking out 2. Bernard struck out to start the ball game. No, we're still not going to let Barry Bonds hit. Up the middle, Uribe over the mound, and he's going to have to eat it. So Bernard has a 2-out single. Runners on the corners for Calvin Murphy, who is 0 for 1. Murray, flies this one to center. Pierre coming in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch. And somehow, some way, the Giants have left on 5 runners through 2 innings. After an inning and a half, Giants no runs, 2 hits, no errors. It's the Rockies 3, San Francisco nothing. So Brian Bohannon can hit. He's hitting .375 with 5 doubles and 3 RBI. Ground ball to Kent. Clark throws to first, 1 out. You guys are a chatty bunch tonight, you know that? Here's Juan Pierre. Juan has a double and a run scored. Remember, the Rockies had 4 hits in their half of the first and scored 3. And Juan Pierre draws the walk. That's the 3rd for Ryan. He hasn't struck anybody out. Cirillo singled and scored his first time up. Throw to first. Pierre is back. Juan has 30 steals, but no real reason to risk an out when you have a pitcher who's essentially throwing T-ball out there. Popped up left side, Aurelia into foul territory, and Rich runs a long way to make the catch, 2 out. Brings up Larry Walker, who drew his name his first time up. Throw to first, and Pierre is back. Now you steal. There goes Pierre to throw down to Aurelia, and Juan has number 31. Bernie is going over his notes for his recap show while listening. You're doing what, 5 Red Sox seasons? Hopefully you're feeling better. Larry Walker with a 1-strike count. Pitch to Larry. Ball 4. So first and second for Helton, who drew a bases-loaded walk his first time up, and has now driven in 90 runs on the year. Jensen, who would rather be any place but here right now, you'd think with this weather it would be a pitcher's park. The wind now is blowing in from left at 26. 5 replay seasons along with 3 projection seasons. I know you're doing Action PC 2022 or 2023. What other games are you doing projection seasons with? Pitch to Helton. Todd swings a ground ball to Galarraga, and the Rockies are going to get nothing here and like it. So, again, these two teams have now combined to strand 9 runners. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, it's 3-0 Rockies. So, Aurelia, Kent, and Galarraga to face Bohannon here in the 3rd. Rich drew a walk. Bohannon deals. There's a line drive to Uribe. 1 out. Oh, OOTP 24 and MLB The Show for your PlayStation 5. Hopefully no one asked if you bought that for your grandchild. Jeff Kent walked his first time up. And Kent draws the walk. The first year that I lived in Burlington, Galarraga, by the way, walked in his first plate appearance for the Giants. We were newlyweds, so this must have been at Christmas. And so, as any good newlywed husband does, he goes to Victoria's Secret to buy something for his lovely wife. Because no one can argue about that for a present for your lovely newlywed wife. And all the women that were working there were pretty much in business professional clothing, okay? They were not dressed. It'd be like going to Ben & Jerry's and seeing them eating ice cream, okay? No, they weren't doing that, okay? And that's fine. I mean, no imagining the employees and the outfits. We'll get to that in a minute, Bernie. And so doesn't really matter what I bought for Sarah there. But the young women that were behind the counter helping me out pretty much assumed, get this, that I was buying something for my mommy. Pitch to Galarraga. Ball 4. So Bohannon has to listen to that story and throws his 5th walk of the game. Bernie can't believe he spent $600 to play just 1 game. Can't believe you bought that phone just to do Pokemon Go. John Dunstan's 0 for 1. First and second, Dunston swings into right center field. Pierre, with that wind helping him, will make the catch. Kent will go back. He'll tag. Pierre throws to third, and Cirillo can't put the tag on him. So first and second and third. We'll get to Brent's message later. Second and third, 2 out for Santiago. Benito doubled his first time up. The Giants still haven't scored. Bohannon has thrown 67 pitches, walked 5 batters. If they can get Santiago out, it's still a bagel on the board for the Giants. Line drive to Cirillo, and there's still a bagel on the board for the Giants. Miska Muska Musketeer. They don't get a hit. They have now left 7 runners on after 2.5. It's 3-0 Colorado. So Ochoa, Melhuse, and Uribe. Alex 0 for 1. I believe he got that RBI on a fielder's choice. Ground ball to Galarraga. Andres, 1 out. Zelderon's been playing Football Coach College Dynasty. Oh, Brent DeHart has talked to me about that on Steam. Trying to bring your MAC Conference alma mater to the championship. So Zelderon is a MAC daddy. Here's Melhuse. He is singled and driven in a run. What's your alma mater? Pitch to Melhuse. Struck him out. Jensen finally gets one. An 0-2 change, swung on and missed. Here's Uribe. 1 singled his first time up. Ground ball to Rich Aurelio over to Galarraga, and finally we have a 1-2-3 inning for somebody. After 3, it's 3-0 Rockies. And as Pedro Feliz steps in, we'll have to give a shout out to the original Miami University of Ohio. I don't even think it's pronounced the same as the city in Florida, right? It's Miami as opposed to Miami. Or is it Miami? Pitch to Feliz. Ground ball left side past Uribe for a base hit. So let's see what they do with Jensen. Elton and Cirillo on the corners. Jensen struck out his first time up. Stays in the ball game. Drops one down. Foul. Third base side. Count is 0-2 now. Cirillo and Helton play for the bunt. Swings a ground ball slowly over the mound. Uribe with a bang-banger to first, and Jensen is safe. So that grass is a bit wet and a bit long, and that was hit a bit slow. And when you put together all that combination, the pitcher gets the infield hit. It is now a 30-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from left center. Still a light rain and 82 degrees. We're not pinch hitting for Bernard. No. He's 1 for 2. Lines this one to Helton, and everybody's back. So through 19 batters, Bohannon on 79 pitches, 3 1/3 innings, 4 hits. He has walked 5 while striking out 2. Bernard, for the record, has a single, and he's 1 for 3. And the next time up, I'll gladly put Barry Bonds in. But my general rule of thumb in an as-played broadcast is everybody gets 3 chances at the plate. Murray is 0 for 2. Fly ball, center field. Pierre coming in, makes the catch. Feliz goes back, will not go. 2 out for Aurelia, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Fly ball, right center, and again, the Giants have left on 9 through 3 1/2. They get a couple hits this time around. No runs, no errors. Bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Rockies. Well, you can't say that there hasn't been a lot of offense for the Giants. Look at the standings first. The Eagles. I'm thinking football. The Phillies have a 1-game lead over the Marlins, 2 over Atlanta, and the Central Houston seems to have things Steeler fan under control. They lead the Cubs by 7 and the Cardinals by 7.5. San Francisco now has a 3.5-game lead over Colorado. Yes, he likes. And 4.5 over Arizona. The Yankees 3.5 over the Red Sox. Cleveland at one point last week was 7 back, the White Sox, and they've clawed that to 3 back. And in the West, Seattle by 5 over Oakland. So if the season were to end today, Florida and Oakland would be the wild cards. And we'll let you look at the National League stats and stories for you for the moment. Todd Helton has tied Louis Gonzalez with 90 RBI. So Mr. Butler is 0 for 1. He's grounded into a double play. Jensen starts the 4th with a fly ball left center. Murray coming in, 1 out. So Bohannon, we're going to try to get him the win, because why not? Nobody on. He's 0 for 1. Base hit left field. Are you kidding me? Fifth hit for the Rockies. So Jensen, 18 batters, 74 pitches, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 walks and a strikeout, and all 3 runs are earned. If this was your lawn, if this game was your lawn, it would not be featured in Better Homes and Garden. Juan Pierre has doubled, walked, stolen a base, and scored. Bohannon on first. Fly ball, shallow right. Bernard coming in. Makes the catch. 2 out for Cirillo. Jeff is 1 for 2. A single and a run scored. Ground ball to Aurelia. Rich makes a good play over to Kent, and that will retire the side. Rockies, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 4, it's Colorado 3, San Francisco nothing. So Kent, Galarraga, and Dunston as Bohannon tries to milk his way through the 5th to be eligible for his 6th win. Kent has walked twice. And now gets hit by a pitch. Brings up Galarraga, who has walked twice, hasn't taken the bat off the shoulders yet. Well, this time, fly ball, left field. Back goes Ochoa, and Alex makes the catch, 1 out. Brings up Sean Dunston, who's 0 for 2. Kent on first. Might be 2 here. Butler. Uribe for 1 over to first. And Bohannon is going to be eligible for the win. He goes 5. No runs, no hits, no errors. Halfway home on a strange game, I would say this is. It's the Rockies 3, the Giants nothing. Oh, if you joined us late, here's how we got here. Giants loaded the bases on 3 walks in the first and couldn't score. Colorado sent 8 to the plate in the first and scored a bunch. Todd Helton walked home Juan Pierre to make it 1-0. Alex Ochoa with the fielder's choice to make it 2. Adam Melhuse scored Larry Walker on a single, and then Brent Butler had a double play and ended the inning. And that's somehow, some way, that's it. It's 3-0 after 4.5. Ryan Jensen, 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Excuse me, Brian Bohannon. I had salad and that makes me burp. Brian Bohannon, 5 innings, 4 hits, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. He's done. Didn't give up a run. Larry Walker has walked twice and scored once. Jensen starts the 5th, and Walker will go to first a 3rd time on a free pass. Brings up Todd Helton. Bases loaded walk. He's 0 for 1. Throw first, and Walker's not going anywhere, although he does have 9 steals. Helton draws the walk. So Jensen really couldn't hit the broad side of a barn as far as the strike zone goes. He has walked 6 while only striking out 1. Ochoa is 0 for 2 with a sac fly. Ground ball to Galarraga, takes it to the bag himself, so Walker and Helton move up. Oh, are they going to get Helton at second? They do! Helton, I think, just kind of eased up, and Galarraga had the presence of mind to throw to second. He got the shore out at first, looked over and saw Helton just kind of ease up about with 30 feet to go, and Galarraga threw a strike to Kent. So the extremely rare 3-3-4 double play. How you doing, Stools Tubby? How's Poland treating you? It's Friday morning over there. It's about 2:04 a.m. Pitch to Mel Hughes. Fly ball, left center field. Murray coming in and will make the catch. Somehow, no runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the sixth here in Denver. 3-0 Colorado. Bohannon says, let me start the inning. Yep, 2 a.m. Well, good morning. Santiago has doubled. Benito is 1 for 2. 4 hits for the Giants, 5 for the Rockies. Left center, Pierre. With that 30-mile-an-hour wind blowing in dead center. Easy to play defense on that. Alexa, how many kilometers are 30 miles?
30 miles is about 48 kilometers.
So that would be a 48-kilometer-per-hour wind.
For South Burlington, Vermont, there are currently no weather alerts.
Thank you. Here's Pedro Feliz. He's 1 for 2.
I don't have an answer for that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Happy to help. Hope you had a good Thursday.
I did. Well, I appreciate you jumping in before you go off to sleep. She doesn't have an answer for that, but always good to see you and glad you're back home. The last time I think you were on, you were doing some work in Chad. Feliz is 1 for 2. Ground ball, left side base hit. And I think we will... Problem is, Bohannon bats third in the 6th. But we'll let's see what they do with Jensen first. Ryan 1 for 2. A single and a strikeout. The Rockies are going to assume he's going to stay in. And so Helton and Cirillo will play for the bunt. Eric Davis will pinch hit. Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm glad you're home safe and sound. Infield will play back for Davis, who's just hitting .031 as a pinch hitter. Have a good night's sleep. Davis at 122, no homers and 7 RBI. I always wanted to be on at midnight if I was a bit younger. And as the clock hit 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time, just kind of cheekily lean in the microphone and say, if no one's had the chance to wish you this yet, good morning. Because technically, midnight is morning. So Bohannon will come out. Who am I going to go with? I suppose I could go with Maselli because I want to get out of this inning. Maselli will pitch on short rest. Dan is 1-0 with 2.08 ERA, 30 years old. Fastball pitcher at 90 and a standard pitcher. Last went 3 days ago in a 5-4 win against the Dodgers. 2/3 of an inning, a hit and a walk. 4 1/3 innings overall, 5 hits. A run that was earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. And again, why not with 1 out here in the 6th? So let's see what they do with Davis. Stays in the ball game, swings, a liner in the left. Ochoa is there. And Alex, he's going to die for this. Can he keep it in front of him? If he doesn't, well, he can't make the catch. Davis rounds first. And Ochoa can keep it in. So first and second, one out. Now the tying run at the plate. It probably will not be Marvin Bernard now, who's 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. He stays in the game, lines it into right field, and Walker will pick it up. So Maselli right now is not the answer. The bases are loaded for Calvin Murray, who is 0 for 3. So the Giants, who left on 9 runs through 5 innings, or 9 runners, with 1 out, trying to get on the board. Maselli, deep breath, and he walks home a run. So Murray will score to make it 3-1, and that didn't work at all. So now who are you going to burn? I think they're going to go with Spire. So Justin Spire has no record. An earned run average of 466 over from the Indians. 27 years old, slider at 88, and a fly ball plus pitcher, making his 26th appearance. Justin last pitched on the 23rd against these Giants in an 8-4 loss, went an inning and 2/3, 29 pitches, 2 hits, and 3 strikeouts. The objective now is just get out of the inning, find another pitcher, and see if your offense can get something off whoever the Giants bring in, because Eric Davis has pinch hit for the pitcher. Justin has thrown 29 innings, 28 hits, 15 runs, all earned, 3 home runs. He's walked 8 while striking out 31. So they remain loaded for Aurelia, who swings a slow ground ball to Uribe. I'm not sure who they're going to get. They're going to try for the play at the plate. Mel Hughes, no, they go to first. Wow. A risky play, and everybody's safe. So now it's 3-2. Mel Hughes was calling for it. Uribe tried to get the runner at first. So here's Jeff Kent. He's walked twice. Long gone. Grand slam for Jeff Kent. My goodness. You see that pretzel stand out there in left center field? In the tent where everyone's standing around? Well, that's where Kent put it. And now the Giants lead it 6-3. Goodness gracious. Buffy St. Marie. So Justin Spire was even less effective than Dan Maselli. Pull out the mustard and the rye bread for that grand salami. That's the 8th for Kent. And now here's Galarraga, who was 0 for 1 with a walk. Base is now empty. Spire deals. That's in the left field. Ochoa will make the catch, and there's 2 out. So the Giants have a 6 spot on the board here in the 6th. Here's Sean Dunston. He's 0 for 3, grounded into a double play. Line drive to third. Cirillo is there, and finally, that's the inning. But the Giants score 6 runs. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, it's now San Francisco 6, Colorado 3. So Brian Boehringer will come in to pitch for the Giants. He came over on July 4th from the Yankees, 31 years old, fastball pitcher, fly ball pitcher at 91. Making his 11th appearance, no record, and an earned run average of .77. He pitched against the Diamondbacks on the 22nd, a 7-4 win. No decision, obviously. 1 inning, 15 pitches, a hit, and a strikeout. So 11 2/3 for Brian. 7 hits, a run. It was earned. 4 walks and 9 strikeouts. So the Giants now have a 3-run lead. It is still a light rain. The wind is blowing in now at dead center at 30 miles an hour. And it's a warm 83 degrees. Uribe is 1 for 2 with a single. Popped up in the center field. Murray, thankful for the wind, 1 out. Brent Butler grounded into a double play in the first, and you wouldn't think that after you scored 3 runs that would loom large now, but it does. Pitch to Brent, struck him out. Bowringer got him on a 2-2 fastball swinging. And so now there's all sorts of scratched heads. Todd Walker will pinch hit. Todd, should he be on the team? Seems to be an error in the game because he's got 2 more games left. Must have got hurt as a pinch hitter. 400, a homer, and 2 RBI. Overall, 307, 15 homers, and 53 RBI. Walker swings, laces that one into center field for a single. And that'll bring up Juan Pierre. Juan has doubled. He is 1 for 2. He has scored, stole his 31st base, and walked. Walker on first. Let's laced into left field. Bonds, who is now in the ball game, is a 4 and a 6. Picks it up. Feliz should have had that. Bowringer, by the way, goes in the lineup in the 6th slot. And Bonds gets the pitcher spot. He will bat 9th. Cirillo 1 for 3. Jeff has a single and a run scored. First and second, 2 out. Cirillo now the tying run. Bowringer deals. Cirillo slow chopper. Aurelia waits. Goes to first. They won't get Pierre, but they will get Cirillo, and that is the inning. No runs, 2 hits. The Rockies have left on 2 more. We go to the 7th here in Denver. It's the Giants 6, the Rockies 3. So they don't have any starters that can go long. They're going to hope that Jay Powell can get them 6 outs. Powell, over from the Astros, 2-1, 3 saves. An earned run average of .59. He's 29 years old, fastball at 91, and a standard pitcher, making his 13th appearance with the Rockies. Helps if you hit the right button. Pitched 2 days ago, again on Monday against these Giants, in an 8-4 loss, inning in 2/3, 26 pitches, 2 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. 15 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Overall, a home run that came against the Rangers on July 14th. He's walked 3 and struck out 16. Santiago 1 for 3 with a double. Feliz and Bonds to follow. Powell starts the ninth, and Santiago gets hit. So a 3-0 fastball he lost well inside. Now bring up Feliz. Pedro is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and scored. And JT Snow will pinch hit. Snow at 232, 5 homers and 30 RBI. As a pinch hitter, 429 and an RBI. Santiago on first. Snow strikes out. Curveball in there at the knees on a full count, one away for Bonds. Barry hitting .315, 36 homers. So he really would just have to go on an absolute tear to hit 73. But he has driven in 84. Powell deals. Bonds into right. Walker, that'll stay in the yard with this 3-club wind. And Larry will make the catch. 2 out for Bernard, who stays obviously now in the ball game. 2 for 4. He singled twice, a run scored, and a strikeout. Marvin in the center. Pierre going back, but with all that wind, it won't matter. And it's now stretch time, 6-3 Giants. I forgot to give a welcome to Diarendis or Diarendis, who was our latest follower, 282. Thank you for the follow. Larry Walker has walked 3 times today and now has walked 69 times on the replay. Also scored in the first. And Larry won't take the bat off the shoulder. He'll strike out. And they're going to come get Boehringer. Felix Rodriguez coming in with 1 out in the 7th. Felix is 1-4. An earned run average of .217. 50th appearance, 28 years old. Fastball at 94 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Pitched in that 8-4 win Monday night against the Rockies. 1 inning, 26 pitches, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So overall, Felix has had a great year. 58 innings, 34 hits, 19 runs, 14 earned, 2 homers. Has walked 25 while striking out 75. Todd Helton has walked twice, has one of them with the bases loaded, and is 0 for 1. Liner to right, Bernard makes the catch, 2 out. For Ochoa, 0 for 3 over RBI and grounded into a double play. Ground ball to Galarraga, takes the bag himself, and that will be the inning. So no runs, no hits, and no errors. Powell will try to motor through the 8th after 7, 6-3 Giants. So here's Murray. Calvin is 0 for 3 with a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Base hit right field. Walker will pick it up. 10th hit for the Giants. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for San Francisco. And they've left on 10. The Rockies, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and they've left on 8. Brent says, I can't see Galarraga without thinking of Harry Carey. I thought of Harry Carey the other day doing a wrap-up because Mark Rudzelanek had a big day for somebody, probably the Expos in 2001. And I had a chuckle to myself because I knew Harry couldn't say it. Yep. Aurelia, by the way, 1 for 3, a single, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. 6-3 Giants. Aurelia laces this one into left field. Pierre will pick it up. And the Rocky bullpen has been a disappointment. And why is that? Because Jeff Kent, his last time up, hit a grand slam. Powell says he wants to stay in. Kent now has 8 homers and 57 RBI. Mel Hughes goes out to have a word. Powell says, I'll keep it in the yard, trust me. Left center, Pierre running in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch for the out. Murray will go back and hold. A good throw to Cirillo. 1 out for Galarraga. Powell still wants to pitch. Galarraga is 0 for 2 with 2 walks in his Giant debut. Ground ball to Helton. I don't know if they'll get 2. Aurelia is out at second. Uribe throws to first, and they do turn 2. So Powell gets 2 key innings here. Armando Rios will replace Marvin Bernard in right. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 6-3 San Francisco. So Rios is an 8 and a 9 in right. Bonds, I don't think I told you, was a 4 and a 6 in left. Bill Hughes will be pinch hit for by Ben Petrick. Ben at 243, 10 homers and 32 RBIs. Not pinch hit yet. It is a windy day in Denver. 30 miles an hour blowing in from dead center, and it has rained the entire ball game. Petrick ground ball to Aurelio over the mound, over to first. 1 out. It has not rained heavy enough to delay the game. It is a light rain. But if you're in that dollar section up above center field, you've had a wet day. Here's Juan Uribe, 1 for 3 with the single. Struck him out. A full count fastball swung on and missed. So that brings up Brent Butler. Brent is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. All right, see you at lunchtime tomorrow, Bernie. Have a good dinner. Say hi to the wife. Pitch to Butler. Into left center. Murray moving over. And Cal will make the catch. So we go to the 9th inning. Going to change the battery like you do on a smoke detector. Petrick is a 6 and a 1. And they will go with Jimenez a 3rd straight day. Jose is 3 and 3 with 13 saves. Although this is not a save situation, he's pitching in a rare time where he's coming in behind. A 4.89 ERA, his 41st appearance. Jose is 27 years old. Fastball at 92 and a standard pitcher. Last pitched against the Giants yesterday in a 6-2 loss. He got 2 batters on 6 pitches, 1 being a strikeout. So 46 innings for Jose, 46 hits, 25-25. There's a lot of symmetry in those numbers. 6 homers, 15 walks, and 27 strikeouts. So you know the Giants are going to pinch hit here. Felipe Crespo coming in. Crespo, as a pinch hitter, hitting 158 with an RBI. 250 overall, 6 homers, and 17 RBI. Struck him out. Got him on a 1-2 change. So pinch hitter Juan Pierre and Jeff Cirillo for the Rockies in the 9th. Santiago for the Giants, 1 for 3 with a double. Liner to left, Ochoa will pick that up on a hop. So now that we've seen, what message did you unsend, Brent? Ramon Martinez will be up. First time up, he's the 3rd baseman. 290, a homer, and 23. Ballpark images, okay. 290, a homer, and 23. You can ask me. I was just kind of busy when you sent it doing this. So, pitch to Martinez is a ground ball to Butler. Might get 2. Uribe for 1, no throw to first. So 2 out for Barry Bonds, who was 0 for 1. 6-3 Giants here, top of the 9th. And Bonds draws the walk. So here's Rios. who is new in the game for Marvin Bernard. Armando at 231, 11 homers and 42 RBI. Runners on first and second. Jimenez trying to keep this a 3-run lead. And Rios draws the walk. This Rockies bullpen today has been like if you'd left a carton of milk out on the counter overnight. Just sour. So they are loaded for Calvin Murray. Calvin 1 for 4. An RBI, a single, a run scored, and a walk. Petrick says, I'm wet. Throw a strike. He does in the left field. Ochoa should be able to get this one. And Alex does. And so somehow, someway, the Giants left on 14. Rob Den trying to slam the door. Rob is 31. Fastball at 93. Ground ball plus pitcher, making his 44th appearance. He has closed the door 26 out of 28 times. He last pitched on the 22nd against Arizona in a 7-4 win. A 5-out save. Be still my beating heart. 33 pitches, 2 hits, and a strikeout. 45 2/3 for Rob. 29 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 5 homers. He's walked 12 while striking out 56. Jimenez obviously isn't going to pinch hit. Who can hit a righty? Terry Shumpert can hit a righty. Terry at 252, 3 homers and 29 RBI as a pinch hitter. 175, 1 homer and 5 RBI. Rockies 3 to tie, 4 to win. And they have 3 outs to do it. Base hit up the middle. So Shumpert leads off with a hard single to center. And that'll bring up Juan Pierre. Juan is 2 for 3. His single, doubled, stolen a base, scored, and walked. Nen goes to the plate. They pitch out, nobody going. Hit and run is on. Pierre slaps this one to first. Galarraga to the bag. 1 out. Shumpert in scoring position for Jeff Cirillo. Now I think you do it. Cirillo 1 for 4. A single and a run scored. There goes Shumpert. Santiago's throw down to Martinez. And Terry has his 8th steal of the year. So the Rockies have a runner on third, 1 out for Cirillo. Nen deals. Ground ball over the mound. Aurelia will throw to first. Shumpert scores a run. And San Francisco will make that trade. There's 2 out. So last chance saloon for Larry Walker, who has yet to make contact with anything. He's walked 3 times and struck out. He's 0 for 1. So last chance saloon, but it's 6-4 Giants with nobody on. Pitch to Walker. Struck him out and the Giants win. So on a rainy day in Denver, we played in a 3-hour and 56 fake minute game. The Giants go to 58 and 44. 6 runs, 12 hits, and somehow they left on 14 runners. The Rockies fall to 53 and 48. 4-8-0 for them, and they leave on 8. Jeff Kent and that grand slam in the 6th off a Spire is going to be your Digital Dice MVP. Jensen somehow gets the win. Are you kidding me? And now you know, boys and girls, why wins are a useless stat. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 6 walks and a strikeout. Boehringer, Rodriguez did a great job. He got 5 outs for his 17th hold, and Rob Nen Picks up his 27th save despite giving up the run. Miceli takes a loss. He goes to 1-1. Justin Spire gave up the grand slam. And again, that bullpen, not much to write home about. So let's tell you what else happened on this Wednesday in baseball before we say goodnight. Giant lead now is 4.5. Phillies shut out a no-hitter. We'll get to that in a second. Robert Person, you're going to miss this if you don't watch it later. Robert Person, no-hit the Montreal Expos. He walked 1 and struck out 12 on 119 pitches. Wow. That'll work. So Robert Person, a no-hitter. Atlanta beat Cincinnati 6-5. Steve Carsey 2-2. Mercado 2-4. Ken Griffey Jr. is 8th of the year, 4 for 5 and 3 RBI. Wake up Steeler fan. Houston beat St. Louis 7-6. Reading 2-1. Matthews 4-3. Ray Langford is 20th of the year, 2 for 3 in a double. Houston pitchers struck out Cardinal hitters 15 times. The Dodgers beat the Brewers 8-4. Prokopek take 2. They're small. 5-8. Sheets is 6-10. Jeremy Burnitz 2 for 2 in his 21st home run. Cubs beat the Pirates 3-2. John Lieber 11-2. Williams falls to 4-1. Flash Gordon is 20th save. Behind Ryan Dempster, 3-hitter through 7, strikes out 7. It doesn't even get the decision. Mets beat the Marlins 4-2 in Miami. John Franco goes to 4-4. Alfredo Alfonseca 3-6. That's a blown save. Jay Payton 3 for 4, 2 RBI and 2 doubles. Texas downs Baltimore 10-8. Venafro in the first of a doubleheader 3-3. Buddy Groom falls to 2-7. You're going to make me scroll to see game 2, aren't you? Velarde 3 for 5 is 9th of the year. Drives in 3. Texas actually gets the sweep. They win the nightcap 5-2. Davis 8-6. Maduro 0-2. Jeff Conine 2 for 4. His 12th of the year. Drives in 2. White Sox beat Cleveland 12-4. They pound out 19 hits in a losing effort. Roberto Alomar had 5. Biddle goes to 4-4. Westbrook 2-2. Chris Singleton 4 for 5. 5th of the year while driving in 3. Yankees beat the Tigers 6-3. Mark Wohlers, I didn't realize he was with the Yankees, 2-0. Todd Jones falls to 2-4. Jorge Posada 3 for 4. 13th of the year, drives in 3. Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 7-2. Arroyo 6-1. Loaiza 4-10. Trot Nixon 3 for 3 is 23rd of the year, drives in 2. Padres beat the Diamondbacks 6-2. Sterling Hitchcock goes to 3-0. Batista 6-2. Bubba Trammell 3 for 5 is 14th of the year, driving in 2. Seattle in 15 beats Kansas City 5-4. Halama 6-4. Reichert 5-9. McCarty 1 for 1 is 6th of the year and drives in 2. In 11, Oakland keeps pace. They beat the Twins 8-7. Jason Isringhausen 5-3. Crescent 2-1. Miguel Tejada 3 for 5 is 19th of the year and drives in 2. Last but not least, Tampa 8, Anaheim 1. Ouch. Wilson 8-3. Wise 1-1, and Zambrano with the second save. We'll have the Giants and the D-backs for you tomorrow, noon Eastern. And don't forget, a live digital dice tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, 6 Chicago time. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ron Juckett. Have yourself a wonderful night, everybody. So long.